So let's talk about this, y'all. So I saw an interview with Treach from Naughty by Nature. And Treach was talking about some things, man, that one of the first things that I thought about when I listened to Treach talk was, it's too bad that most of us don't know now what we, back then what we know now. Because a lot of times, man, like a lot of our people not here because of bad decisions. A lot of our people not here right now because nobody could tell them anything. One thing about my circle, nobody in my circle was going to violate or do nothing to put any of us in jeopardy with anything without, nah, I got in motherfuckers' asses. So if you came around me, you have to leave that dumb shit at your house. Don't bring it around me. We wasn't drug dealers. We wasn't gangbangers. We was all jack, strong, boxing, wrestling, like real fighting motherfuckers that had a purpose. We all, like people going to school, they get jobs, they move out. I was one. I left at 18. A lot of other people went to the army and shit like that or whatever. But, we was out here making it. I remember going down south at 17 years old, man. And I can remember, like, everybody my age down there was driving. I'm like, the fuck? Right? Because a few people you see people here and there, but like down south, it was like, damn, you see all these young faces. They driving, man. They driving. And it made more sense to me, too, later on. When this, what they call ride music, like, yeah, and you ride in the country, especially you guys see it in the South or anywhere where you can go, and it's like less traffic, and you just driving, that's what you call joyride. Bumper to bumper, stop and go traffic ain't joyride. That shit is annoying. So yeah, motherfuckers pop their music in, whatever, and they just chilling, riding, driving, listening to music. Go to the park somewhere, park, chill, just listen to music. And I noticed a lot of people down in the South had them drop tops back then. So I'm sitting up here like, yeah, man, I didn't do it because of them. Because I was already, I got my shit anyway, driver's ed. But I'm saying it was just like the maturity was different, man. Like we was all, everybody wanted to do their own thing, man. I didn't want to leave home when I did, but circumstances at home had got to that point where I was like, yeah, it's just best that I go. Because, sometimes unfortunate situations happen. But, I was on my own, I was doing my thing, man. And I wasn't out here looking to get in no trouble or any of that shit. Going to clubs and hanging out in spots where, your own neighborhood, man, like everywhere you would go. And this is what the shit that got me. I had lived in the town. Let me explain something to you. I had moved to this town where it was considered the suburbs. And there was a lot of Polish people, Turkish people, Greek people, and white Americans, Portuguese. It was no black people there. Like, we was like the third or fourth family, black family there at the time. And it was racist as fuck. And the more black people moved in, the more the white people moved out. And that's how that went. And then all of a sudden you get to where you got the Haitian people, the Jamaican people, the Guyanese people, the African people. You always had you had this building, they had like Ecuadorians up in there, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, whatever the fuck, just like the Latinos in general, right? Different people. And they couldn't even get along with each other. It was always something where somebody just didn't get along. And when you don't speak certain languages, everybody just sounded they said the same shit, right? You don't know what they're talking about. Then you come to find out, like, oh no, Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, no, or Mexicanos, and so there was just a whole bunch of shit. And the one thing that I saw is like, damn, now the racist people that left, it's like now we got people, all of us look black, but damn, motherfuckers here and nobody gets along. So you go down certain streets, all the Jamaicans with the Jamaicans, Haitians with the Haitians, the Africans with the Africans. The only people that really mingle was the black Americans. That's really how it went. So I watched all of this shit change, right? And the things that I heard Treach talking about, I'm gonna tell you some shit that Treach won't say and other people won't say. He talked about the mentality. People interviewing him was talking about the music and like how they had the party music too, the feel good music and all of that. And Treach was saying like, yeah, talking about how even like how you had to have like a song where you like, chilling, it's like song, like a feel good song or something like that, even if it's on a gangster move, right? And that's just see. And I hear what he's talking about, but see, I'm gonna tell you what a lot of people won't say. And this is where this shit fucks up. For us as black people, and before I even say that, they talked about how hip-hop was our therapy. It was never my therapy. Music, none of that shit was my therapy. My therapy was dealing with reality, understanding what I had to do, and being confused as fuck, and not understanding why shit was happening. And especially if I was listening to murder music, okay? Because now, if that's the case, if that's my therapy, well, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? If I imitate what I hear in the music, right? If I or should I say react to what I hear in the music, that means somebody gonna die, right? That's what that means. Yeah, especially when I can relate to everything y'all talking about. And my whole thing was like, man, even though we going through this kind of shit, why we gotta rap about it? Because the point is not being received like, yeah, that's true. Now, what we gonna do about this? What's the solution? It's more like, yeah, that's just how niggas is. That's what was going on. And I said, you see what Treach and what these people are not gonna say is this. You gotta lose that nigga mentality. We gotta stop with that. I'm not saying nigger with the hard ER. I'm saying nigga. I don't give a fuck. Diarrhea is still shit. If you shit a big ass log, it's still shit. If you fucking shit a round ball, it's all shit. I don't give a fuck how different it might look in shape and texture, motherfucker. It's all shit. And until you lose that nigga mentality, you can't be out here talking about, I'm not trying to take lives, I'm trying to save lives. Wait, you twisted your fingers up, you claiming to be a gangbanger. What gangbangers don't gangbang? So depending on who you talking to, whichever way the wind blows that day, oh yeah, man, we out here trying to, we trying to do things for the youth, for the kids, and we trying to do, but then, two days later, you on Clubhouse or some shit, threatening niggas. Nigga, when I see you, it's on side, nigga. 50-something, 40, 50, 60-year-old grown-ass men arguing and threatening each other like some bitches over what? And the thing about it, none of you niggas never roll on nobody and just knuckle up and no, it's always you niggas jumping somebody. A gun is always, ain't nothing tough about that. But it's always the same shit. And I'm listening and I'm just like, yeah. That's something people just don't want to say. You got to lose that nigga mentality. And until you do, it's always going to be the same thing. All these rappers getting killed. And I got some stories for y'all I want to tell y'all. There's something I want to talk about in this video right here. But I want y'all to understand something. We are in a time right now. We're in a time right now where nobody wants to lead in a positive way. Nobody wants to be a positive example. Nobody wants to really understand life. Everybody want to do things in a way where it's like just do whatever. People gonna learn on their own. You know, you can't tell people what to do. People can't even tell their kids what to do anymore. People can't control their kids. Their kids have no respect for them. Your kids telling you to shut the fuck up. Your kids telling you, I don't care what you want, slamming doors in your face and all of that. And you go out and buy the motherfucker Nintendo Switch 2, big screen TV, trying to buy friendship from your kids. You can't even control your own kids. Then you got people making babies that's not mature enough to be mothers and fathers. Yo, we got a lot to talk about. And I'm going to tell y'all something right now. One of the biggest reasons, too, that a lot of people won't say what needs to be said because they worried about reputation. You can't be I respect the street code, the G code bullshit and all this. You respect gang banging, but at the same time, you talking about you wish you would see more diversity in music and you wish you'd see more people get along. How you going to get along and all y'all talking about is murder, murder, kill, kill? You can't be both, man. Melly Mel been telling y'all for the longest, you cannot be a rapper and a gangster. It just don't mix. Because gangsters, real gangsters do gangster shit. Which means they gonna end up dying or going to jail. Or both. Ain't no gangster focused on no fucking rap music, man. Ain't I'm sitting there writing songs and trying to make something out of myself, but no. And this is where, so many careers faded. Not just from them making bad music, but because they couldn't focus on the music. We always gotta, put drugs and alcohol, our music, everything. drugs and alcohol, getting high, getting wasted, getting fucked up, and people be like, yo, that's the good life. Wait. So let me ask y'all something. So right now, let's just say you party, you 22, 23, right? 25, whatever. Now, you get around 40 something, all of a sudden, now you got the receding hairline and shit. You end up the hospital. They starting to find things wrong with you. When you was popping bottles, two-stepping with your fucking, hand, arms up in the air and shit, calling niggas haters and this and that and all or whatever, you's a bitch ass nigga, right? And everybody was telling you that this was the move. What was going on, y'all? No, while you was fucking your liver up, while you was out here fucking your kidneys up and everything, right? Who was telling you, yo, you need to take better care of yourself, right? Who? Nobody was. They wasn't telling you this shit. They basically encouraged you. Oh yeah, that's the life. Every time you see somebody, you got taking a little shots. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fingers twisted, little shit garning. Yeah, no. There's always something about this bitch ass fake lifestyle. Why everybody always gotta have a little shot glass in their hand with a motherfucking cigar, with their head tilted to the side like that's the fucking pose for all fucking winners in life, huh? Right. And then when you dead at 50 years old because you had cancer or some shit, or you had kidney failure and shit and all that, your lungs fucked up from all the drinking and everything, all the smoking and drink, everything. Now everybody talking about some RIP to my nigga such and such. Yo, he had one of the hottest songs out. Yo, he had one of the hottest albums. Yeah, I know. And if the motherfucker would have focused on business and not an image, he probably would have lived a lot longer. Then you got some people that if natural causes didn't kill you, shit like that, well, that's not even natural causes. That shit that but bottom line, if the smoking and drinking didn't kill you, somebody in the streets would have. And there's way too many of our people, that's all we ever talk about is rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace. You know what I learned is this, man. It takes a strong individual to not do what everybody else is doing. And it really takes smarts more than anything else. But y'all like to use the term peer pressure, right? Well, if your peers are pressuring you to do anything, what are they pressuring you to do? See, this is where you got to be taught better. Because even at home, what our people, everything is about Jesus and God. The Lord said it, God said it, right? God ain't said shit. And that's why you don't hear voices telling you anything. And your schizophrenic ass mama and daddy, we all had them in our family, people that's out here telling you what God said and what God wants. Really? But you end up finding yourself in the worst situations. You never taught to believe in yourself. You never taught to see yourself as who you are, man. And one thing I always said, I came up with this as a kid. I'm going to be the king of me. I'm going to be the king of myself. I'm never going to be a follower. And I upheld that motherfucker. Because I ain't never been no follower of nobody. I've never looked up to motherfuckers. I ain't never had no hero, no idol, none of that shit. And I used to I would get pissed off if somebody would tell me, oh man, you the next this person, that person. You like, nah, I'm not. No, I'm me. I'm who I am. That's a compliment. Well, no, just say you like what I'm doing then. Don't tell me I'm gonna be. I never like that shit. Because I'm not trying to be like anybody else. And I listen to the things that people say. I look at the attitudes that people have. I look at the type of mentality that people have. And one of the things I constantly see with our people, we can't get rid of that nigga mentality. And it's just factual, man. That nigga mentality. Let me give y'all a story, man. And this is true. This is shit. Anything else, you can look this shit up. Some years ago now, Treach, he had a situation. This guy, Whack 100, said something about Tupac. Treach didn't like what he said. So Treach tweeted, "Hi, bitch. I'm in LA. I'm on your ass," right? So the very next day, I saw all these different videos. Yo, Treach whooped Whack 100's ass. I told you, Treach knocked that boy out. Ha ha ha! I told you. This dude Carcino, I remember his video was the first one I saw. And I saw all these other people. Yeah, Treach did this, Treach did that. You saw most people have the same thumbnail. You can see somebody like laying there like their legs. You see people standing up, but you couldn't make out who was who. Yeah, Treach and the Booyah Tribe rolled up. Yo, this and that. Whack had his people. No, I mean, and I'm like, people not only was the information false, but people was just lying, making up shit to the point where it's like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. All 4 stories had a whole different outcome. Matthew had a big ass giant angel. Motherfucker body glowing up like electricity, landed so hard he caused an earthquake, but nobody else seen that, huh? But this all supposed to be everybody at the same time, right? All right, anyways. I think it was the next night. See a video of Whack 100. Yo, Treach, where you at, nigga? Nigga, I'm looking for you. Yo, tell Donut to meet me at such and such, right? Now I'm gonna stomp the teeth out your mouth, nigga, right? And then all of a sudden, a couple of days went by, and some shit where Treach tweeted like, yo, soldiers stand down or something like that, and talk about increasing the peace. Then he saluted Whack because he said Whack could have got the soldiers, let them loose, but he didn't, or something to that effect. And Whack told a story that Treach, they looked for him at 2 different locations and he dipped. And then his boys caught him at some restaurant somewhere and was like, yo, Treach, man, we got this nigga. Like, yo, this nigga like 140 pounds, man. And then Whack says, he's like, yo, is it true? He really 140 pounds, man? Like, man, let the nigga go. Now, the whole thing about this story was this. When Treach responded to Whack, it probably was more because Whack said what he said openly, so Treach was like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna respond openly. All right, see, this is where shit went wrong. But this shit showed me something, and it showed a lot of other people's shit, because and that's the thing I brought up when I was talking to people, like, nah, it ain't about Whack versus Treach. That's not what it is. I'm gonna show you how disloyal fucking people are, how they don't give a fuck about you. See, these people pledge allegiance to Tupac. Like, you know, you can't say nothing about Tupac without people getting their feelings. So my thing was this, right? Let's say Treach would have got in touch with Whack, like, look, that's my brother, blah blah blah, whatever, this that, you know, we good, we, you know, whatever, we was close, whatever, man, I don't appreciate what you, whatever, however it would have went. I'm not saying Whack would have gave him any satisfaction, any apology, or stopped at nothing. He probably would have kept doing what he's doing regardless. But bottom line is, this shit all was public. So now, all the people that was like, yeah, Treach, they was saying some real pussy shit in these comments. Yo, man, yo, Pac looking down on you right now, proud of you, yo, Pac. And I'm sitting up here like, listen to these motherfuckers. They make it sound like Treach is some little ass boy, some little kid. You know what I'm saying? The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about? Okay, Treach is even older than Whack 100. Some years older than Whack. The fuck are you talking about, man? So, this motherfucker, like, these motherfuckers in these comment sections saying all this shit, but then, when they found out that Treach didn't fight Whack 100, in fact, that nothing happened, and that Treach basically was like, yo, trying to, you know, talk about increasing the peace, and, right? All these people start turning on Treach. And I don't remember if it was Instagram or if it was X or whatever the fuck, but I remember all these people was just, yo, Treach a bitch. Oh, man, nigga, you got scared of that bullshit Whack was saying. Oh, you talked all this shit, you was going to get him, and now you ain't done. And I said, see what I'm saying? These motherfuckers didn't give a fuck about Treach. She's the problem. They're a bunch of fucking meat riders for Tupac. So they like the idea of Treach going to fight Whack 100 because of what he said about Pac. And when it turns out that nothing happened, they all turned on Treach. And I said, if you was rocking with Naughty by Nature because of their music, then that's what you should be rocking with them with now. Nah, they made it personal. And I said, better yet, all y'all talking all this shit about what Treach didn't do, why don't y'all put hands and feet on Whack 100 when y'all see him? How about that? How about y'all make effort to go do it then? Because the thing was this, right? They didn't give a fuck about Treach personally. They just wanted somebody to whoop Whack 100's ass. So when they thought that Treach was going to do it, it was like, oh shit. But you see what I'm saying? Now, let's say if they would have went to fight and somebody got shot, somebody got killed, Whack or Treach, people that don't like Whack would have been like, yeah, good for that nigga. If Treach would have got killed, they'd have been like, yo, that's fucked up, yo, that nigga whacking shit, yo, lock that nigga. They trust me, it would have been that way. A 12-year-old girl a couple of days ago got off a school bus, got into a fight with another student, and the girl got killed, beat up, stomped up, and all that. The girl mother came out there after people ran her house saying, your daughter just got beat up, she didn't even do nothing. The girl died. Nobody cares, right? Because they're not celebrities. Last month, 11-year-old boy, a little Harry Potter looking motherfucker, took his stepfather's gun and killed him because stepfather did what the wife told him. What she asked him to do was, he gotta go. I want him to go to bed by such and such because she's at work. So yeah, because he'll be up playing at Nintendo all night and whatever. So he takes the Nintendo Switch away from the kid and tells the kid, look, you got school tomorrow. You got to get up early. All right, it's time for bed. He took the Nintendo Switch from him. Well, I don't know what kind of person this guy is. Him, the mother, whatever. I don't know them. No, they could be the most racist motherfuckers in the world for it. I don't know who they are. Okay? But the boy basically waited for the guy to go to sleep. He went in there, took his key, opened whatever his gun was in, took his gun, and shot him and killed him with his own gun. Now, you see how people make a bigger deal out of things with a celebrity life, right? But you see, my whole thing is, I told y'all this before, I don't see no celebrity no different than I see any of you. But see, when things like that happen outside of the black communities, people say things like, my heart goes out to that kid and his family. Prayers up for that kid and his family. You never know what people are going through. That kid might be traumatized about something. You never know. People have mental health issues, but anytime something happens with black people, you know what the comments say? It's always them. Always the usual suspects. Yeah. And you know what? Every time I see a camera following black people around, that's all I see is a bunch of nigga this, nigga that, nigga this, whether it's kids, whether it's grown adults, whether it's elderly people, nigga this, nigga that. It's the nigga mentality. I don't see people wanting to show intelligence in front of the camera. See, you think because you got money, you can act stupid and act ignorant and talk shit and it means something, right? Let me tell you some shit, man. Anytime you could take down Cosby, you could take down Diddy, you can take down any of these powerful black people, you can take down anybody. Who the fuck is your broke ass? Who the fuck you think you are? That they won't get your ass too. One of the things that I noticed when I was watching this video with Treach, right? Treach traveled, he done shows, he's been around, so he knows how things go. But see, I know off that camera, Treach listen, I don't give a fuck about how you was raised and where you was raised. I don't give a fuck about no damn 99-cent fucking bandana because it got a color on it. I don't give a fuck about none of that bullshit. Until you let go of that street nigga mentality, it'll always be what it is. If black people want to be militant, how about we raise our kids and take care of our communities, and we ain't gonna let no predators in there. We ain't gonna let no racists come in there. We ain't gonna let nobody come in and divide our communities. How about that? Excuse me. But no, that's not what we about. We all about individual success. Nigga, I got more money than you. Excuse me, y'all niggas is broke over there. Y'all niggas is this, y'all niggas is that. I watched this movie called Youngblood, right? I love the soundtrack to that movie, man. That's probably my favorite soundtrack, period, man. I love the Crush Groove soundtrack as well. Yeah. Yeah. Youngblood, the music on there, it basically describes what you're seeing in the movie, but it's like They got feel-good music on that motherfucker as well. It's like, I just love see, here's my thing, right? When I was a kid, you know, somebody on the block, some of your elders would send you to the store. So actually, we go to the store and they'd be like, yeah, man. So let's say, for example, they give you a $10 bill and they send you to the store to get something that come to about $5 or something. And they give you the rest. Hey, you keep the rest for yourself or something like that, right? So I would go do errands for people. Shit, I'd be back and forth in their store. Shit, man, I done went back and forth. You done seen me 20 times going, yeah, for Miss Ellie, Miss Elsa down the street. Yeah, shit, man. Going into the store. You got $75? Yep, just from running errands. Right? Cutting grass for people. You know, shovel the snow. Right? We would do things, and this is my point. You want to know what these people were doing? They was teaching us responsibility the same way our parents was, but then our parents knew who these were people. So the neighborhood had more of a everybody know who everybody is. We had respect for our elders, and we wasn't going out there cutting up, getting in trouble, and causing our parents a bunch of heartache and grief. So we just innately knew who to stay away from, and like, if you won't be around me, you can't bring that bullshit around. So we had this. And then it's just like you started to see little by little all of that change, all that started to disappear. But still, the biggest thing with us was like, even with the upbringing that we had, like Treach and them talked about ass whoopings and all that, right? Now, there's a difference between disciplining your kid and abuse. There's a difference. In this day and time, your kids would be like, hit me. I call DIFUS. I call the police. Oh, they will do that shit. I've seen it happen to people. Mine have never done it to me. You understand what I'm saying? I love mine. They love me back. But I've seen that shit. Yeah, I call DIFUS, right? Talk back to the slam shit. Oh yeah. Y'all see these stupid videos they got out? Calling somebody boo-boo head and all that? That's some little ass boy. And I just looked at this old man and shook my eye. I was just like, that shit. I'm like, yo, I don't recommend this shit. I don't even want to see this stupid shit, man. And I study what humans do. I just, the behaviors, all that, really just intake this shit. And they got this little boy sitting there playing video games or something. His grandfather comes at her. Hey, girl, get your old ass, you bitch ass nigga. Get your old doo-doo ass head out of here, nigga. And the grandfather just standing there looking, and then he just goes out the door. And I'm sitting here going, now, who in the fuck is this supposed to be entertaining to? Now, imagine that same little boy when he go to school and he can't fucking get along with nobody in the class. He's talking back to the teachers. He's getting in trouble. He get in trouble on school buses. He get in trouble on the playground, in the bathroom, in the cafeteria, everywhere. And what is the parent saying? No, baby, it ain't you. It's them stupid-ass teachers. It's them stupid-ass bus drivers. It's them stupid-ass hall monitors. It's them stupid-ass print, right? It's everybody except for your ignorant ass and your kids. And your kids sitting there calling grandpa doodoo head, bitch-ass nigga. And this is cute to you, huh? I seen the other day, was it yesterday morning? A little white kid sitting in the back seat of a car, and the little boy's in the car seat. And it's like, I don't know who's recording. He shit, fucking shit. Nope, fuck that shit. Nope, fuck. And I'm sitting there going, just look at this shit. And this is what parenting is now. Black people. I've seen about 8 different videos of young white girls painting their faces black. Yo. I'm saying, don't fuck with my motherfucking Section 8, yo. Hey, yo, man, don't fuck with my motherfucking, what's that shit? My SNAP benefits and shit, yo. Yo, a bitch gotta make a living, yo. A nigga got it, right? And what are they doing? Playing your rap music with you nigga this, nigga that, twerking and, imitating black people. Y'all think that that's a tribute or something, a homage? Y'all don't find that offensive? Y'all don't realize they making fun of y'all stupid asses? Y'all don't get it, do you? You think that these kids are being reprimanded for their behavior? The same racist people take your own words, your own actions, and use it against you. And bottom line, they gonna sit here and look and say, hey, I'm just copying y'all. You know what I don't see? I don't see black people, Latino people, Asians, and nobody else getting together trying to imitate, painting their faces white and imitating white people. Nah, because then you'd hear these kids are racist and disrespectful. They have no home training. Right. Nah, you see, because black people ignore everything. They ignore everything that plagues us and degrades us and degrade our. They ignore all of that shit. But every time I turn around, there's somebody black posting something about somebody black. Oh, I got a lot of shit I'm gonna talk about. So I'm gonna be exposing a whole lot of shit. I want y'all to understand, see, while I'm making my moves to do what I'm doing, it's a building process. Somebody got to get your attention with facts and truth about all of this. And when you see that, yeah, this motherfucker know what he's talking about. Well, then you won't be feeling any type of second guessing anything about following me the whole rest of the way. And being side by side with me, understanding what we're doing here. I always looked at, life and had thoughts that sometimes you just don't understand why things are the way they are. You don't understand why people do things that they do. I love my black people. I love people in general, good people. I love good people in general. My black people, we are not separated from the niggas. Do you understand that? People see black, that's all they see. They don't understand your character. They don't understand who you are. Racist people don't give a fuck about that. You're just a nigga to them. Until we lose this nigga mentality, we're always gonna have this shit happening, because it's always the loudest, most big mouth, most negative niggas in the rooms, or wherever we are, whatever's going on, that people use to say, look at how they act, look at how they carry themselves. An example is something. How many of you people have said to me, yo, Aries, your channel should have way more subscribers than it do? And I'm like, yeah, I feel you, and I appreciate the love, but you know what? When you are real as fuck, living in a fucking world full of fictitious motherfuckers, they don't get it. They all feel like I'm talking to them. And guess what? If you feel some type of way like I'm talking to you, yeah, nigga, then I'm talking to you. That's the thing. See, if I sat up here and paraded around and buck danced and talked a bunch of bullshit that I know what people want to hear, oh yeah. Yeah, I would be one of them motherfuckers with 4 and 5 fucking YouTube buttons and yeah, I would be. Nah, but it's too real. Bottom, it's just too real. Have any of you ever been in a relationship and the person told you you're too strict? Y'all break up and they're begging for you to come back and crying. I mean, literally. I'm so, I didn't know. Right. Why would you want to come back? I have fun. I chill. I relax. When they say strict, you know what they're talking about. They talk about somebody being responsible, somebody who's not going to take, your bullshit and not going to be pushed to the side. Now, do I care that you got female friends and y'all hang out and stuff here? No. But all of this shit where I'm coming home to a dirty house and you think I ain't clapping them cheeks and you don't cook, you don't do shit, and I get spare time, not quality time, nah. And I'm not going to argue and fight over you. You go out there and then you and your homegirls can do whatever you want. And then basically you think that there's some guy that's just going to let you run all over him, walk all over him and do it. Like, see, when you meet those kind of men, you think that, see, he cares about me because he respects. No, he's a bitch. He's scared. He feels like he's nothing without you. See, that's the thing. Then you don't even respect this motherfucker. But then all of a sudden, you jump out to the point where instead of little by little, You growing him, you see how soft he is, you jump all out, and that motherfucker gets scared enough to just bail. Man, he don't want nothing to do with you anymore. Yeah, and pretty much 9.5 times out of 10, that guy gonna tell you, if that last dude you was with did do you like you said, I can understand why he did it to you. Now, ladies, this ain't about men versus women coming from me. I don't date men, so I'm just giving that. If you know some sorry, no good ass fucking dude out there, same shit. If you dealing with somebody who you know is not there for you, not giving you quality time, he running around with his fellas and all, same thing go for them motherfuckers too. So we talking about sorry ass men and women, not just one. All right. If you've been rocking with me long enough, y'all should know. But just in case somebody's seeing this and no, I ain't know. This ain't about, this is period. Just bottom line. We got to lose that nigga mentality. This guy, Black Sam, Nipsey Hussle's brother, right? So he opened up another marathon burger. Y'all saw what happened. Opening day, right? Some dude was running out there popping. Now, the story I got was some dude came in there running his mouth. He was supposed to be some gangbanger or whatever the fuck. And some other dudes was waiting for them outside and whatever. I just seen this guy, Black Sam, with his crew talking to the police or whatever. And what this guy, Black Sam, did wrong is what most people do, what most black people do. He jumps in front of a camera and goes, I don't know what the internet talking about, but we ain't cooking, burgers and fries and having a good time. And he walk over, he's shaking somebody's hand and greeting the people. See, I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to put a positive vibe out. You want people to not feel worried about coming to your place, right? But you can't act like that shit didn't happen. See, that's the problem with people who have this, I'm positive, but they still want to try to respect the so-called streets. You don't have to, you can have 20 dudes with you. Y'all don't have to be gangbanging. You could, like I said, be making sure that your neighborhoods are safe. Everybody's good, but you don't have to, you can't fucking half-ass it. And I don't know if he gangbangs or what, or he used to, I don't know this dude. But what I'm telling you, you can't be, look, you can't be almost straight. Motherfucker, either you gay or you straight. That's like a motherfucker go out and suck a man dick and then go call another man gay because he sucked 20 dicks and go, this motherfucker sucked 20 dicks. I only sucked one. Motherfucker, what you talking about? Y'all did the same thing. Just because he did it more often, how the fuck you gonna name call him, but you did the same thing he did and you not the same as him? And this is what I'm talking about. Everything now is people just want to do whatever. You mean to tell me somebody got to get shot just to go get a burger and some fries? So nah, y'all ain't got to be scared. Come on, we down here chilling. We. And again, who's the one doing it? Black people. And who they shooting? Black people. Who they shooting at? Black people. Who they got a problem with? Black people. And then when black businesses are saying, yo, man, come out, support the brothers, support the black businesses. Bro, this is the problem with the black community. When we sit up here and go spend money in your store, I'm telling you flat out, as black business owners, and listen to what I'm saying to you. I've experienced this myself so many times, and this shit is heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking when you walk into the most unprofessional motherfuckers in the world that look like you. If I go to your fucking store to order some food and your fucking customers are all standing there, their eyes half open, smelling like weed, like, bro, what the fuck, man? Crumbs all over the table. Oh, don't get me wrong. I've been to different establishments where I've seen dirty tables and shit. It's like, hey, listen, that's not what I'm saying. No, and I'm not going to proceed to buy from them if I won't buy from you. My point, what I'm saying, I've never been in a situation where every time I go to this Chinese store, somebody's shooting or fighting inside. Somebody getting stabbed. Nope. It's the black businesses. Because black people don't have the heart to do that. No, everything they do got to be, it's a black business. Or you might see some shit pop off in the airport or somewhere like that, but I'm saying it's always the same thing. Coming to this fucking, I remember one day I came into this fucking Jamaican store, right? It's a Caribbean store, but it's this Jamaican store overall. Yo, they sitting there playing dominoes. Yeah, put this in your fucking, yeah, put this in your boom boom, yeah, blood clot, right? And we could hear, hold on a second. Yeah. Miss who come? Nah, fuck that, man. I'ma stand up here and wait for you to finish playing dominoes? Nah, I'll walk right the fuck out. Yo, brethren, y'all good. Go ahead, don't worry about it. Man, that store was up for about 6 months, if that. And by the time the summer started, that fucking store was gone. People coming into your establishment to buy food, you sitting there playing dominoes and smoking weed. Yo, pass the chalice, man. Pass me the chalice, man. Smoking them fucking pipes and shit. They call them a chalice. And I'm just sitting here looking like, look at this shit, man. People coming up into your store with machetes. People coming up into your store shooting. People running in and out of your store. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? And then you saying support the black business. You cannot have an establishment and got a bunch of niggas running in and out of your place. I went into a store one day. It was 4 dudes standing up there shirtless, stinking, sweaty, just came from playing ball. There was a time when people like, hey, listen, you got to put a shirt on before you come in. You cannot come in my store like that. That's completely disrespectful. We're not, nope, just stand up there. Yeah, nigga, fuck that. Just bouncing the ball and shit. And I'm like, wow. Were they scared to say something? Were they scared to lose business? What was it? Nobody has backbone to do shit no more within our black folks. And when you see other people won't do it, well, does anybody stand up for black people? Does the black do the black? See, here's what I see with black folks. You got this set of bougie motherfuckers, right? Oh, I went to college and I did this and I did that and I accomplished that and I got this and I got that, and right? Oh. How many times do you see these same black people trying to help other black people? I mean, I ain't talking about giving no speech. I'm talking, hey, listen, I got this, I got that. Like, let me give you an example of some shit, right? I knew of this Italian guy who was an accountant, right? And in his spare time, what he would do, he would teach other, and it's just, well, they were all Italians, okay? White people, whatever, white American, but he would teach them the skills to be an accountant. And then they had a student that was tutoring people, right? She would make money tutoring, but she was learning how to be an accountant, so she would teach them too. What were they doing? They were actually preparing these group of people to have the skills that when they graduate, guess what? You already know how this shit works. You can come work here. And then we're going to open up another spot over at such, and this, just do you see black people doing this? No. Black people get something, they want to get all arrogant. They want to, hey, I'm a boss. Want to get on TikTok and shit. Somebody, yeah, this, that, we down here. And it's like, why everything got to be this and that? Y'all smoking on camera. Y'all, what the fuck? Everywhere you go, had a barbershop. Every time you go in the barbershop, you driving past, the whole building looks smoky. It's the nigga mentality, bro. And if I'm sitting here telling you, and I'm in and out of all these different stores, and that's all I see, man. Like, come on, bro. Is your place even sanitary? This motherfucker just fresh out of smoking weed. Now you go and then start cooking. Nah, go wash your fucking hell. What the fuck don't y'all get? There's no customers in your store. Y'all sitting outside smoking weed, talking shit, battle rapping, and just doing a bunch of nigga shit. Somebody come in your store. Yeah, yo, what up? Yo, what can I do for you, my nigga? That's how you greet your customers. This isn't hypotheticals, y'all. This is real shit, I'm telling you. I like the interview I saw with Treach, because like I said, man, Treach was, he was saying some real shit. He talked about people needing help. People with mental health issues, they got to understand and make up in their mind, yo, I need help. Treach wouldn't have told you that shit 20, 30 years ago. None of these motherfuckers that'll tell you that now would have told you that years ago. You want to know what's funny, though? Years ago, I'd have told you that. Because I had situations was going on where I knew, yeah. If you want to know what I learned about therapy? Therapists tell you what you already actually know. sometimes it just might take somebody to tell you the right thing and bring it out of you, to tap into it. Nobody knows you better than you know yourself. If you're delusional, then it's possible somebody else knows you. Very possible that they know you better than you know yourself. But I always looked and I said, you know something, man? Like I said, I gotta be the king of myself. I gotta be the GOAT of myself. I have to be the one in charge of my life and what I'm doing, and however I can help my loved ones, however we can bridge things out and we all stay connected and understand like we all we have. That's what's important to me. It's not about no stats of how much money somebody got or how much I care about none of that. But until we let that nigga mentality go, we're never going to get anywhere as a people. And listen, whoever you find in your life to love, more power to you. But I'm telling you this, right? You know why people encourage black interracial relationships? And I'm telling you flat out, I've seen this shit. I've heard conversations. It's the fastest way to weed out the black American race. So one day it's like, what's a black American? No. At some point, don't be shocked if the term African American go away. Don't matter. It'll be a whole other term to describe what we are. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying, do you? The more you hear black women say they don't like black men don't do this, black men don't do that, black men ain't paying, right? And the more they push black men away, the more black men and black women don't make babies. The more black men and black men don't become families, right? And yeah, that's what's going to happen. That's. Do you understand? That's the mindset. Just like when I read the Willie Lynch letter to you, do you see from way back then? That book was written in the 1500s. From way back then, this motherfucker knew how to turn the black woman against the black man, and how to get. And what do you think that comes from? Where, if you think about it, right? Initially, a baby clings more to their mom than their father. They're being breastfed by the mom. They're in the mom's arm most of the time, unless the mom is resting or the father. Hey, you know, because some fathers like myself, I was there always holding my babies, you know. But what I'm saying to you is, it's like that's just initially. So when you hear that term, that word innately, like you just innately know this, no, it comes from that. Your scent, your touch, your feel. So they start to cling to people. Now through time, that can change. They can start having more of a relationship with dad or whatever. What I'm saying, when it's and that's just from just naturally, right? Now imagine a plan. I'm going to put this in motion where this will turn the black woman against the black man, turn the black baby against the black man, put the man in a position where he listens to the woman, who's considered what? The weaker of the species. And he's following her out of what? Out of fear. Through time, it'll just be the natural order of things. See, this is all that shit. And right now, in our society right now, you see the same thing. And it's what gets me is I always see some pale-skinned motherfuckers sitting up here trying to explain black culture and trying to tell us what our music is and what our movies was and our slang and who's what, how, and y'all sit back and don't have nothing to say about it. But everybody know who black people are, what black people are, right? Except for us. And I'm telling y'all real shit. Every time us black people create something, we just let it piss away, let everybody else take it and claim it. I showed people one of the first black rock musicians. White people didn't create that shit, black people did. Oh yeah. And he's like, I can't believe, yeah. You know, I read things about history. And there's a book that I have. And this can be a very long, interesting process because that book is like this thick. So maybe every now and then I'll read a chapter of that book so we can read about the forefathers of this country, the barbarians that they were. You know, there's a scripture in the Bible. Was it Isaiah? One of them scriptures, I can't remember right now, where the Israelites, there was these two parents talking, and they were making plans. Today, we will eat my baby. Yeah, so we don't starve. And then tomorrow, we'll eat yours. They were cooking babies, eating humans. This is in the Bible, right? These are the Israelites. See, apparently God, your God, is nothing but a soft bitch getting his feelings. I'm mad at one person, so I'm a curse the whole country. I'm a curse the whole town of people, the whole city, because I'm mad at you. I'm gonna make all of them suffer. Well, if that's God's will, that's God's will. See, that's because y'all bitches. That don't sound that sounds okay to y'all. And they're sitting up here eating each other's kids. I don't believe none of this shit anyway. But the whole point is, even when we talk about this shit, I'm not Greek. I'm not a Roman. I'm not Jewish. The fuck we sitting up here worshiping and claiming things that's named by all of y'all people and y'all fucking likeness and statues. What the fuck they got to do with us? What the fuck represents black people? No, we got to be a part of something that has nothing to do with us. That book was written for the Jews, by the Jews. And that's why when the New Testament comes into play, you got the Roman Catholics and all them writing shit. See, understand. That's why they don't believe in the fucking New Testament. It's deeper. It's more information, and I don't feel like going into that shit right now. If I start to do what I said about reading this book, I will explain some more things to you guys. But I'm saying real shit. I'm not no fucking Jew. And think about this. Y'all sit up here and say God has no color distinction. God is all things. That's what y'all say, right? And y'all same hypocrites turn around and say, well, God and Jesus are all the same. Well, Jesus was a Jew. And what God has a fucking ethnicity? What God is from a certain place? Well, yeah, Jesus was from Israel. Well, that's the man. But, okay, I'm a man, aren't I? So, no, that doesn't represent me and my people. So, everything about you and the names that you get, everything, and that's what we're following it. Nah, I don't believe in no God. I don't follow no God. I don't believe in none of that fake bullshit. And I know that for me, just the thought of you are the beginner or end all, you're the creator of everything. God is a jealous God. You know what the definition of the word jealous is? Yeah, so why would you even feel the need to bow down to such a weak bitch anyway? I'm petty. All I see is human emotion. I don't see nothing. I've read nothing in that book that made me feel like this comes from a great source. This is all the beyond. His thoughts are not my thoughts. His understanding is so far beyond air. No, all I hear is fear and stupidity. No critical thinking skills. No common sense whatsoever. And a bunch of scared motherfuckers who believe in fairy tales. That's all I see in here. And that's another thing black folks ain't gonna tell you. They always, if God wouldn't, God this, God that. Had a guy telling me today about how women got too many rights today. In the biblical times, it was different. And if we would resort back to decapitating women for not listening to their men, all these things he said. This a white guy too. And he's talking to me, I'm looking at him. I'm just looking at him, listening to him talk. And after everything he said, where there's an owner, there's a ruler, you must obey. Whether you in somebody's house, whether you working for somebody, a creator, a rule, everybody, you know, even if you don't like their rules. And I said, so let me ask you something. Same thing I told you guys before. I said, let me ask you something then. So I build this house, right? It's mine. You have absolutely nowhere to go, and I take you and your wife in. And I decide, hey, look here. There's no way that you're going to get back across town, right? You're too far out here. No transportation, right? So everything y'all got is through me. So I'm going to bend your wife over, and I'm going to clap them pale cheeks every fucking night. She tell me no, I'm kicking y'all the fuck out. And in fact, if she tell me no, I'm going to kill you. Keep up for myself. Would you be okay with that? Well, nah. If you got to start the conversation with well, that means no. And now what you're trying to do is not contradict yourself. I said, listen to me, man. I don't know why you decide to bring this shit up. You always, every time you see me, for whatever reason, you want to talk about your God. I said, your God is a weak bitch because all of this shit we see going on in life, and your God does absolutely nothing. And in fact, let me ask you this. The same thing I just said. I said, do you think that these Greek and Romans and Jews, and you think any of that shit applies to me? And he's just looking like he don't know how to answer it. I said, would you want to live in Israel? No. Would you want to live in Rome? No. Would you want to live over there in Greece? And I said, okay then. So stop pretending. None of that shit has nothing to do with your ass either. But all the images, all the statues you see look far more like you than me, right? Yeah. So far be it from me to accept something that I know is not for me. You feel closer. Same skin. Unless you talk, nobody know what you are. They just see white skin, right? I said, but see, that's one thing that you don't understand. All of y'all come talking to black people because you got black people that believe in that shit too. So when you come across somebody like myself that tells you that's bullshit and I don't care for it, you don't understand why. So you go out of your way to try to convince us. There's nothing you going to say that's going to convince me, man. I done studied that Bible back and forth. No, I done forgot more shit. So I see it and go, yeah, okay. Then it all starts to come back. But I know why I made my decisions. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Until we lose this nigga mentality and lose this belief in this bullshit Bible, this bullshit Quran, we're going to always go through this shit. Because we don't believe in ourselves to do nothing. Everything we believe came from some higher power. If there is some higher power, why do I have to believe, or why would I believe it needs to be worshipped and praised and all that? Because this so-called creator don't do shit, don't answer you, nothing. But you think prayers are answered when something good happens to you, right? I'm going to help you get that job. I'm going to bless you to go to college, but I'm going to ignore all these starving children all over the world. These little kids that get become victims of human trafficking and abuse and being raped and molested and all this kind of stuff. I'm going to forget all of that. And I'm going to help you, right? Yeah. In closing, like I said, you know, I dug some of the stuff Treach was saying in that interview, and you know, Treach is a guy that, you know, I'm not like friends with him or nothing like that, but I used to see Treach often. East Orange, New Jersey, seen him a couple of times in Newark. You know, one time, you know, just you know, in travels and shit like that. Did a show over there at Scott's, you know, over there in East Orange, just different shit like that. You know, they was always, you know, representing Jersey and all of that. And I'm, you know, so I always, him, Reggie, you know, Redman, you know what I mean? Latifah, Twin Hype, several people. You know, but my whole thing was this. You gotta really address the people fully and wholeheartedly. You can't be afraid to hold back because you worry somebody gonna see you as nah. Y'all too far in y'all lives to be sitting back here trying to still get street cred or respect or whatever. Now, I'm not saying that was what he was trying to do, but there was a lot of pieces that I felt like he didn't say. Because maybe he don't see it that same way that I do, or maybe he just didn't think to say it. But you cannot be no half-ass. But at the same time, I want peace. Now you twisting your fucking fingers up and all that bullshit, and doing shit that gangbangers do. Like, you know, you can't even get that image. You got to be away from that shit, out of that shit completely. And if you're not, and you expect to get results, it's like this, right? If I gave you all the ingredients to make a chocolate cake, you make the cake, but then clamp your fingers together and pray that it's strawberry. You know that no matter how much you cross your fingers, that's still going to be a chocolate cake, right? You can convince yourself that the taste of chocolate is really strawberry. You still know that you're tripping, right? You're going to get what you just fucking put out. And what you did was you put all the ingredients to make a chocolate cake, but in your mind, it's strawberry. Nah, that's not real life. So you can't sit here and be representing gang life or twisting up your fingers, like talking about gang life and trying to make gang life seem like it's harmless and like it's some, a part of our culture that's positive, but people just see it wrong. Nah, gangbangers, gangbang. And I seen a video the other day, man. Some guy made a video talking about how the West Coast is still stuck in the 90s. And he said the same shit. Like, I think a lot of times these dudes be seeing my videos and they be getting ideas, man. Because they be saying this. I'm talking down there word for word, what I say. But anyway, he was like saying the same thing. These damn 50, 60-something-year-old dudes on here arguing, bitching about gang life and who a real nigga and snitching on people and talking about, I got the paper. What the fuck? And y'all call 6ix9ine a snitch. And y'all sit there talking about 6ix9ine is going to have people thinking snitching is cool, and you old niggas is the one snitching. It is you old so-called gang-banging motherfuckers. I got paid. What the fuck do I care about what this man did? Why do I care how long he been? If he telling the truth, if he was really who gives a fuck? That's all black people spend their time doing. That's all you see. Every negative aspect of what I don't give a fuck how much money you making monetizing your YouTube and all that shit. All I ever see black people put any real effort to doing is debating over some who's the GOAT at basketball or who's the GOAT at rap, who's a real street nigga, who's this and who's that, why I don't date black women. Every fucking thing is some negative bullshit. I don't see nobody putting shit together where, hey, look, I see people going on YouTube. You want to monetize something? How about this, right? You good at math? How about you start a fucking channel teaching people how to do calculus and all that? How about y'all start doing shit since you don't have time to get a building and you don't, y'all sit there talking about how many cars you got, how many properties you own, but y'all don't want to train people and put people out that like to learn anything where they can start to benefit. How about you start being influential that way? Huh? And if you don't have to pay somebody, you go monetize and make money anyway. Have somebody teach, give some tutoring online where people can actually, at their own discretion, all right, I'm off work, let me go to that YouTube channel and find that channel where they showing you how to do this problem and that how they show. Why don't y'all start doing shit like that? Nah, that's not what we good for. All we good for is debating and shit. Sit there rolling up weed, getting high, cursing, swearing, dudes walking around asking chicks. So what I want to ask you is right now, would you let me eat your ass? Oh, I was just wondering, would you let me suck on your toe? Like, this is all I see. Dudes walking up escalators, touching somebody else's girl and ignorant, stupid shit. Huh? Why don't y'all show them bilingual skills? Hey, I'm gonna teach y'all how to speak Spanish. I'm gonna teach y'all how to speak whatever the fuck. Nah, let's do some educational shit. Nah, I guess that's too corny for black people. You gotta be of another ethnicity to do that. And when I say that, I don't mean, yo, all right, nigga, I'm gonna show y'all niggas how to speak motherfucking Spanish, my nigga. No, why don't y'all carry yourselves professionally? Why don't you guys put something together that people can learn from? That way, too, when black people look up and the kids look up and they can say, damn, remember that dude, that rapper, that dude that do this? Yeah, he got a channel now and they showing you how to do, and I'm talking about actually I ain't talking about you sitting up here smoking weed. So, yeah, right here, you carry this over, then you multiply that, No, I'm talking about why don't you fucking start showing some etiquette, some fucking dignity, some self-respect, so people can look at you like you actually mean something other than just some foul-mouthed Negro that don't know how to do nothing but start shit amongst your own people. That's what we need to see. Not a bunch of fucking thoughts and a bunch of tricks. Bunch of bitch-made motherfuckers who run around here talking about, I'm this, I'm that. Nigga, my car costs this. Nigga, I got that, I got this. And nobody gives a fuck about all of that. I know I don't. Case in point, for us to excel as a people, we need to lose that nigga mentality, that slave nigga mentality, and lose this religious shit. This video right here, 10 years from now, somebody gonna go, damn, that dude named Aries was on point. trust me, somebody's gonna see this and they're gonna understand. And it might not register with most people now, but trust me, somebody gonna see this and be like, yo, he's right. That nigga mentality, that slave nigga mentality, and that fucking religious mindset are all of the same fucking nature. And that's the reason we can't get anywhere. I'm out.